Okay guys, normally I'm doing videos about stress responses in every city. So now I'm back in Gothenburg, but instead of doing a stress response, I think I'm going to do a everybody's stoked because the weather's out. Because normally it's been so bad that it's going to be sunny for like 3 or 4 days. So this is Kungsgatan. So I used to walk up and down these streets all the time, uh, all the time. We used to go to the movies behind me over in the structure, and then back below is Shopping Street, and then the other way is where I used to go to a gym called Olympic. But instead of talking about cortisol, I'm going to talk about endorphins, and I'm going to talk about, if I can get the light to adjust. I mean, isn't this weather great? But it's been one day of sun. It's the middle of the summer, and you've got one day of sun. So hopefully you guys can hear me. If the volume's too low, too bad, so sad. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about how to keto adapt. Like in Denmark, I was ranting because I kept seeing videos about people complaining about other people, experts on keto, and it irritates the crap out of me because no matter what, if you're not liking the health of these other people, then they still got something to say. So don't be an a-hole. Be a lovely, lovely subject, and be on the happiest parts of the world. Like they said, Denmark, but now I'm in Sweden. Today they're happy. So let's talk about being happy, or I'm blinded to death. Okay. So what's the deal about? Because I'm telling you, when the sun's out, it could be like freezing cold weather. They are out in every damn coffee shop, like t-shirts, and I'm like 20 jackets on, and they're just, even on those crappy days, people were still in every little eatery, every little pub, every little bar, smashed with people. Okay, we got some activity around the corner, but yeah, this is the warmest day I think it's been in a while. um, the thing is that you guys think you're happy, you think you're not stressed, but you are. And why, look, there's Bioplatsen. Used to go to the movies there. Um, anyway, so, hey, ho, hey, ho, I was not in rhythm. Anyway, I guess people at work, because normally where you'd sit out here, it's just gazillions of people sitting outside because the weather is so nice today. But I don't want to drain my battery too low because I got to use my phone. I'm going to fly to London tonight, and I'm going to stay with an old skater, so I'm so stoked about that. So the point about feeling good, yes, and smiling and laughing, is that you have an endorphin effect. You have a serotonin bump. You got a little spark in the old dopamine receptors, and without a drop of sugar or carbohydrates. But the reality is that most people are going through a stress response. They don't think that they are, but they are. If your life becomes, it's very interesting because I've met a lot of old friends and they all have kids now, and they don't do anything. And the funnest thing about living in this town was that we were always down the avenue, and you see people sitting outside. They just freaking love when the sun's out, right? They are just like killing it. Anyway, the whole point about feeling good is that your body's going to accept ketones if you're in a state of euphoria. But to do that, you got to de-stress. A lot of you guys are tense, so you actually don't realize that you do a lot of shallow breathing, which makes the cortisol spike. So if you're like focusing on a computer, taking small little breaths through your nose, your cortisol spikes exponentially. So something as silly and as ridiculous as taking deep breaths through the diaphragm, as I say, diaphragmatic breathing, can lower cortisol along with stretching, because a lot of you guys sit too much, because this is a walking society. This is a walking tram society, because believe it or not, there's just not enough road space to have a bunch of clogged up cars. Now in Copenhagen, there was a little bit too many cars for my taste, even though I saw amazing bike lanes and whatnot. But yeah, we're reaching the city center. And over here is Kungsportsplatsen. So so weird to come back to a city and you're just like forgetting the names. My friends, I'll meet you at Vasastan, and I'm like, where? Oh shoot, I forgot the name. I even forgot the streets of where I went to freaking high school. That's how bad my freaking goldfish memory is. But as you can see, it's a work day, so on the weekends it's ridiculous. It's so crammed, and like I said, it doesn't get really dark until about 11 o'clock at night. So it's really insane how people are just out. And the sun's out. The sun's out. You're like, oh, let's go into the town. It's 9 o'clock, which of course messes your circadian rhythm, and my circadian rhythm is absolutely destroyed. But here's the avenue. Behind me, long street to the very end, and the other way. But you guys got to learn how to de-stress. You have to exercise. A lot of you guys are trying to get away with doing keto without exercising. That is not possible at all. Yes, calories in, calories out, doesn't matter, but muscles become more metabolically active. They're hungry mother suckers, and they like to eat and help break down ketones. They also become insulin sensitive, so the glucose that you do produce goes into the muscle cell rather than getting stored as fat, because you don't want to have an insulinogenic effect. You don't want insulin circulating in the bloodstream because insulin makes you store things like fat. That's what we don't want. So for you guys to get in a happy mood, get away from the TV, do something different, do something opposite of what you want to do. Because if your life appears to be too safe and controlled, it's maybe perhaps not going to make you grow, heal the adrenals. And remember, the adrenals, the thyroid, your HPA axis are all connected. This is your stress response, right? Yes. So instead of doing a big video about cortisol, because I've done cortisol videos in New York and in Thailand, I believe, Hong Kong, obviously Hollywood, which I'll be back kind of soon, which I'm stoked to be back in my neighborhood. Traveling always makes you appreciate what you have at home, even though this city, really, look how clean that is. Are you kidding me? That makes Denmark look like the slums. This place is stupid clean. It's like you can lick the ground, it's so clean. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But, and people are complaining that it's becoming overcrowded because a lot of people are moving from the small little towns to moving to Gothenburg, and you have a new immigrant population moving here. So the city, this little tiny little cities become overpopulated. But anyway, you guys, if you want to learn more how to get into ketosis, you have to work out, you have to get your macros on spot, you have to go to bed early, you have to cut out all the foods that can be creating a histamine problem with the spårvagn bakom mig. Och så halla there. You've got to get your stress down. And if you don't know what stress is, recognize stress. Stress can be you feeling bloated, gassy, constipation. Inflammation is all over your body in hidden spots that you're not even aware of. So be mindful of the kind of inflammatory response that's going on deeper. So when people are freaking out, and I don't understand how many people have to tell them when you go on a ketogenic diet, you're not going to lose weight right away. People, this is not a diet or lifestyle about dropping weight. That's just a by effect. This is a lifestyle of getting your shite right and good. That's what it's about, right? Living life. Living life, not just existing. Because you know what? Happiness isn't like what I'm going to experience in a day. No. Happiness is what I remember. Yes? So I'm going to go home and I'm going to look at these videos and I'm going to remember. And I'm going to have a euphoric response. I'm going to have a dopamine and serotonin rush. And I am going to be more keto adapted. That's how it works. You have to get right between your two ears because keto is here and in the heart. If you don't like your body, change your mind, because that's where keto is. It's in the mind, y'all. All right? So stop trying to cheat. Stop trying to eat crap. Stop trying to get away with garbage. Stop listening to stuff on the internet where people are just trying to make it easy, because I don't cave in to everybody freaking out wanting things easy, because life isn't easy. And if life is easy, you won't have good memories. Life can't be easy. Life has to be a struggle, so you appreciate the good things. And that is why when I get home, I'm going to be so stoked. Can't wait. Peace out, guys. If you want to learn more about how to keto adapt and how to get right within the spirit, your heart, your thrive for life, go to stephanieperson.com. As much of a hippie as I sound, I don't cat. stephanieperson.com or Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page, where I barely talk about food porn and talk about life. Peace out.